Hello, owners, and happy Thanksgiving. It's Wednesday, the 27th, I believe. I've been told by our live studio audience the day before Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving Eve, the best drinking day of the year. It's only 11 o'clock in the morning, so I haven't started yet, but we'll get there. We're going to take a look back at week 12, and then we're going to take a look at the playoff picture as we move into week 13. So, let's start with the game of the week. Chili Dogs enter Monday night, trailing the Zooks by 12.8 points. They got Robert Woods going on the Monday night football game for the Rams. Woods gets 12.7. Dogs lose by 0.1 points to St. Lucia. St. Lucia moves to 6-6. Chili Dogs are 7-5, still in first place, but we'll get to that later on. For the Zooks, Landry 33.8, DeAndre Hopkins 24.4, and Jones 20.7. Moore had 30.4 for the Dogs, and Josh Allen 23, and like I said, Woods 12.7 in the losing effort. Let's move on to the blowout of the week. Blowout of the week. Clash City Rockers. That was weak. Clash City Rockers top Brady's 6, 123.1 to 44.2. Not sure what happened there, Marty. Henry, killing it. 32 points. Odell Beckham dropped 17.4, finally gets a touchdown. And Wentz, I still can't get this quarterback thing down. He ended up with 14.9 with a garbage time touchdown. Boyd, 20.6, and probably the dude with the greatest name in the NFL, Joey Sly. Joey Sly gets 8 points in the loss. Let's see what else we got here. Pilot Lights, 128.9 over the Rattlesnakes. 106.8. Lamar Jackson leads the way for the Pilot Lights and is the top scorer of the week in fantasy. 46.3. The man cannot be stopped. Tough. Leonard motherfucking Fournette, 32.4. And Coleman, 11.9 for the winners. McCaffrey leads the way with 29.8 for the losers. Bathtub Gin keeps pace in the Quahog division with a win, 122.5 over the Dragers, 80.1. Drew Brees, 30.4 in that. Ridley with 19 for the winners. And Robinson, 24.1. And Zeke, 14.6 in the losing effort. Let's see. We talked about those. Let's move on down the list. I needed Kirker to do one thing for me this week, and that was win, and he couldn't pull it off. Best team in the league falls to second best team in the league. Lake Show tops Belichick, 124.3 to 115.5. Godwin, 35.9 in that. He had like 7 catches for like 180 yards, 2 touchdowns. I think his first play was for a 70-yard touchdown. Winston, 32.3. So that's, 60, almost 70 points from 2 Buccaneers to lead the way for the Lake Show. Belichick yourself, Ingram, 26.3, and Michael Thomas, 23.1 in that losing effort. Last but not least, Cobra Kai tops Mambunga, 117.2 to 106.9. The Chubster leads the way again for Cobra Kai, 25.9. Ertz, 21.1 for the winners. And then we got George Kittle leading the way from Ambunga with 23.9 points. Deshaun Watson, 22.9 in the losing effort. I think that pretty much covers last week. So let's take a look ahead at the divisions in the playoff picture. Boom. I don't know if you're picking that up. But so I don't have my turkey head. I don't have my pilgrim hat. I do got some Alice's Restaurant playing just for you guys. All right, let's take a look at the easy division first. The Drunken Clam. Drunken Clam, Belichick yourself, Lake Show, both teams have clinched playoff spots. Both teams, one of these teams is going to be the divisional winner. One of these teams is going to be the runner-up, which means they're going to meet in the first week of the playoffs, irregardless of anything else that goes on. So Belichick yourself, currently 10-2. Lake Show 9-3. Lake Show moved within one game with last week's win. As I said, one team will be the divisional champ. One will be the wild card. They've split the regular season with Belichick winning the week 1 matchup, 106.8 to 57.5. The second tie break is currently held by Belichick, which is total points, 1,548.5 to 1,424.8 for the Lake Show. So my math tells me it's about 120 something points different. So Belichick has the inside track to the division, but these two, as I said, regardless of what happens in the last 2 weeks, are gonna end up meeting in the playoffs at with the number 1 seed and the number 4 seed. All right, so that was the easy division. Cohog division. Baltimore Dragers, first place so far, 7-5 with a 2-game lead. Simply put, they win the division. They clinch the division this week with a win over the Rattlesnakes. That's it. However, Pilot Lights are 5-7. They need to win out. Baltimore Dragers need to lose out. And then they will end up tied at 7-7. Back in week 3, the Dragers topped the Lights 119.7 to 99. So if Drager loses and the Light wins, comes down to the week 14 matchup between the two of them. If the Lights win that, they would be both 7-7. But don't count out the Bathtub Gin team yet. Bathtub Gin also currently 5-7, 2 games back. If Bathtub wins out, Bathtub and Lights play this week, actually, right? So Bathtub Gin, Pilot Lights win. They play each other. Let's see, I lost my spot. The winner moving to 6-7. The loser essentially being eliminated, right? Maybe. Bathtub Gin beat Drager in week 1, 142.7 to 128.7. And in week 12, 122.5 to 80.1. So if Bathtub can win out, and I think they would have a head-to-head somewhere too, I think. Right? Bathtub plays Pilot Light this week. So the loser of that game is essentially eliminated. So if Bathtub wins, they move to 6-7. They win again in week 14. They're 7-7. And that week 14 matchup is against the Dragers. So it's possible that those two teams could end up 7-7. If that was the case, then Bathtub Gin wins the division by virtue of head-to-head. So Robbie wins this week. It's over. He's got the 2-game lead still, no matter what happens between with Bathtub. Because he would still be 2 games behind. So, in the moral of the story is, in the immortal words of Al Davis, just win, baby. Drager wins, he wins the division, and then we can figure the rest of it out from there. Now, that was a medium division. Now we get to the really complicated division, the Pawtucket Brewers. Chili Dogs currently 7-5 with a 1-game lead over St. Lucia at 6-6, and a 2-game lead over Mambunga and Cobra Kai, both of those 5-7. Everybody within striking distance. So let's just take this 1 week at a time. A win by Chili Dogs over Mambunga this coming week and a loss by St. Lucia to Cobra Kai clinches the division for the Dogs, right? If Chili Dogs lose again and St. Lucia wins again, they'll be tied for first place. let's go back here for a second. Right, so Chili Dog plays Bambunga. He wins this week. St. Lucia loses. It's over. If St. Lucia beats Cobra Kai, they would eliminate Cobra Kai. Mambunga would still be in it. St. Lucia would still be in it. Chili Dogs would still be in it. And again, that's a Chili Dog loss. If that scenario works out, there are many, many, many tiebreakers. So going into that last week. So let's just take that division 1 week at a time. Chili Dogs win, it's over. Chili Dogs lose, and St. Lucia wins. Then you got Chili Dogs, Bambunga, and St. Lucia all still alive for that divisional crown. So we got a lot going on in that Pawtucket Brewer division, right? If Cobra wins this week, they'd be 6-7. Zooks would be 6-7. Chili loses to Mambunga, they would be 6-7, and the Dogs would be 7-7. So there could be 3 6-7 teams and 1 7-7 team at the end of this week. And again, like I said, if that happens, it's craziness. Anyway, so that's the deal. Belichick, Lake Show, definitely in. Definitely going to be the round 1 playoff deal. And then it's just a question as to who wins Quahog and Pawtucket Brewer divisions. So hopefully after this week's game, the playoff picture will be even more in focus. And we can figure it out from there. We'll run down the playoff scenarios again going into week 14. And then week 15 brings us to the playoffs. So again, from our live studio audience, who are... Oh, that's a much better woo. Much better, Will. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. It's been a great season so far. We got 2 weeks left. Essentially, only 3 teams right now eliminated from playoff contention. Rockers, Brady Six, Rattlesnakes. Only three teams that are out of it. So, great season. It started off great back at Mother's, back at the end of August, beginning of September. It's been a fantastic year all the way through. And that's it. Have a great Turkey Day. See you next week. Later.